Webinar ads. We're going to talk about how to fill your webinar with people. Now, webinars are very powerful. I'm passionate about them because I use them to grow my business, but webinars are absolutely useless if you can't get anybody to show up to them, right? What is a webinar? A webinar is an online course, an online event where you can bring people to like a Zoom call, a Google Meet call, and you provide some kind of value. At the end, you can make an offer for people to actually take the next step and work with you. That's how pretty much all of you guys met me and all of you guys became customers, right? I've brought on hundreds of customers over the past few months, and I plan on bringing on hundreds more over the next year. So webinars are very powerful. One of the missing pieces is how do you get people to show up to your webinar? One of the most easiest and scalable ways to do that is by using paid ads, which means I can pay Meta to show my ads to people. They can click on that link and they can join my webinar. So today I'm going to show you how to set up those ads so that you can get people into your webinar. All right. So let's hop right into it. I'm going to show you my account as a live example. So let me just navigate to my ad account right now. The first thing is I like to start advertising on Sunday. And then my favorite day to have webinars are on Thursdays. I like webinars on Thursdays, mostly because that's kind of just what Russell Brunson says to do. Okay. He's my mentor, but doesn't know it. Someone I learn a lot from. So Thursdays, have your webinars. Sundays, you start your ads, which means Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then I turn off the ads around the afternoon, around 2 p.m. on Thursday. And then I'll have my webinar around 4 p.m. on Thursday. A couple things about this. So one of the biggest things you can do when you're trying to get people to show up to your webinar is leverage curiosity. Leverage curiosity. People are constantly bombarded with people telling them that they're going to make them rich, people that are going to give them, all these amazing results. And we become numb to it. So one of the biggest things that we have, one of our best weapons is leveraging curiosity. Your ad, it should generate more questions in the prospect's minds than it answers. Generate more questions than it answers. What that means is if I have an idea of what it is you're talking about, then I'm not going to even be interested in taking it to the next level. Everyone's always looking for the new thing, the next big thing, which is why new opportunities tend to do a lot better than improvement opportunities. Like nobody wants to know, how to do the better thing or how to make a faster car. They want to like the new vehicle, right? So, and if it's a new vehicle that someone's not not familiar with yet, then they really have piqued their interest and they want to know more. Okay. So the number one rule here is leveraging curiosity. How can I get them curious enough to take that next step? And then once they're in the next step, then I'm going to try to get them to show up. Okay, so I'm going to first just kind of walk you through what my ads look like and what I've done. So the first thing is let's look at my results. Okay, so this month I'm getting at about less than $7 per lead. And my lead cost has varied greatly from, oh my goodness.
Yeah, we can't see it. Yep.
Okay, sorry, thanks. Okay, my lead cost has varied greatly. At a certain point, it was $18, $15, $16. And I had trouble getting it back down. And then I was happy because I finally got down to $12. And then I started using lead ad forms, and my lead cost went way down. We generated more quantity. I didn't see a big difference in the lead, like the show up rate. I'm going to talk about lead forms versus landing page in a moment too. But basically, I'm at about less than $7 per Facebook lead form. Okay. So in general, you like to be below $8 per lead if possible. $8 per lead means you have a really good chance of being profitable or at least break even on the front end. Now, webinars are great because there's different opportunities for you to make a sale. And we'll talk about those also. But if you can get your lead cost low enough, then you have the best opportunity to be profitable on the front end which if you can be profitable or break even on the front end, then you have a very, very powerful business model. Very powerful. Okay. So let me show you what I'm doing right now. And guys, this is very, very basic. Like the setup for this is very basic. But there can be a lot of variance because you guys could do exactly the same thing that I'm doing and have wildly different results because your offer is going to be different. Your avatar is going to be different. Your delivery is going to be different. And also, the ad media and the ad copy is going to be different. So, but the setup is pretty much not going to change that much at all. There's a few different variables. I'm going to do a lead generation campaign. Okay, so this is a lead generation campaign. There's nothing for me to touch here on the campaign side of it. So if you guys aren't familiar at all with Facebook leads, there's three main components. You have the actual campaign, which is like the high level structure. You have the ad set, which determines things like budget and targeting. And then you have the actual ad, which is what people see and what they click. Where do they go when they click your ad? So this is the first campaign part. There's really nothing to touch here. If you were to create a new campaign, you would just select lead campaigns, a lead campaign. And let's go into the ad set. So you're going to be able to choose where the lead conversion takes place. And the common one is going to be instant forms. Okay, instant forms. This is a lead form that's built into Facebook. This is a lead form that's built into Facebook. Now, some people are going to choose to do website, for example. You may want to send traffic to a website where they can fill in their name and information, or you may want to do a lead form which is built into Facebook. And we're going to go into that. Just hang here with me. Hang in there with me. I've been using instant forms and Messenger. So what this does, if you read here, it says generate leads by asking people to fill out a form or starting chats in Messenger. And so basically what that's going to do is give them an opportunity to either fill it out on the form or follow a question flow in the Messenger. And I think this is actually one of the things that is leading to me actually getting a better result. Jared, are you using this right here or are you using just instant forms? Jared, you there?
Yo, mate. Sorry, I'm back.
Are you using this one? Are you using this one here, instant forms and Messenger, or just instant forms?
Just instant forms.
Okay, you might want to experiment with this one, Jared. Instant forms and Messenger. I think this has been contributing to me having lower lead costs recently.
So you're receiving form fills, which are then integrating into your CRM, and then you've got Messenger, which is then also registering them and placing them into your CRM. Is that right, Alistair?
Yes. Well, that's an interesting question because actually, I think the ones that come through the Messenger actually need a separate trigger to have the workflow. That's a different conversation, but you can get them to both trigger, yes.
Okay.
But it's going to be a separate trigger.
Okay, so you're currently running that and getting smashed with Messenger ads at the minute.
Yeah, I don't have to reply to them or anything. I'll just show you what it looks like on my side here.
Yeah, cool. Thank you.
Okay, so I come to my Facebook page. Okay, now this is my personal page, but now I have to go to my Facebook business page. Okay, and I come to my messages, oops, over here, on messages, and you can see what the messages look like. Let me see here, Messenger. Okay, see, look, they're all the same. Wait, I'm like, this is to I get the people's information here. You see? Okay, I get their information, and then like they can click here and stuff, but they're all the same. You see? Are you able to attend?
Triggering? Sorry,
quick question, Alistair. Are you creating automation for that in Local Pro Connect, or is it built in?
Yeah. So so regardless of where they come in, whether it's the lead form or Messenger, I believe it still shows this. Okay. So yeah, this triggers the automations.
Yeah, it's just asking the questions. So that's
it's the same questions. Yeah, exactly. But I have noticed, as a side note, I have noticed sometimes they don't get triggered Sometimes it doesn't trigger my automation, so I have to do it manually. But I'm going to work on that. But just know that you can trigger the automations. Just it may be a different trigger. That's it.
Just one question before you move on, Alistair. Is there a way to see the ad cost difference between the two on Messenger and the lead form? Okay, no worries, mate.
No, it's just the one campaign, so you don't get to see that.
No worries.
Okay, so yeah, Facebook page. I shoot my Facebook page. It's all the same. I'm currently doing $800 a day, which may seem wild to some people. But I used to be at $2,000 a day. But like, it's just, I've done this so many times. And my lead cost is, as long as my lead cost stays steady, I can spend as much money as I want. And I just know that if I spend $800 a day, I'm going to get $7 per lead, which means I'm going to get like 110 people, 120 leads per day. And if I have a 15-20% show up rate, and I have a 15% close ratio on the webinar, it's just math problems at this point. So the numbers are just numbers on a page. It's not dollars anymore. It's just numbers on a page. I don't even think about it. Okay, like it's kind of wild when I show to some people like $800 a day. I was spending $2,000 a day. I don't even think about it because it's just a math problem, right? It doesn't even know. It's just like units. It's just inputs and outputs. Okay, here's my audience targeting. Now your audience targeting likely will be different. Yeah, Matt, what's up?
Hold on, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so with those messenger ads, just to clarify everybody, it's because I've used it as well. When they click it, it pre-fills a message to you and they just hit send. So it pre-fills all their data. So what you can do is you set up your automation high level to just, if it contains, the word phone number, because no one's going to write phone number or some key part of that message, then you can trigger the workflow off that. So
Perfect.
You can do both.
That's great. Yeah. I needed that. Thanks. That's been on my to-do list to figure that out. Yeah, 100%. So yeah, thank you for that. Okay. So my targeting. Okay, here's my targeting. Again, for your own businesses, this may be different depending on the people that you want to target, right? Like when we're talking about I don't know if John DeWong is still in the call, but he's talking about targeting people like guys that want to start their own auto detailing business. For me, that screams like 18 to 25-year-olds, 18 to 30-year-olds, like interested in entrepreneur men, right? Interested in cars. Okay, so that's going to be his demographic. I have another woman who wants to do a webinars to teach people how to start a brow business, right? Her target demographic is going to be women, maybe entrepreneurs, right? So I'm targeting small businesses. So this is my target demographic, 18 to 58. Okay, typically 65 and older. They're not really interested in, growing their businesses. It's not as common. All genders. People who match these things. So behaviors, small business owners, Facebook page admins, or Instagram business profile admins. And then people interested in digital marketing and social media. And that's all I'm doing. You don't need to get too carried away on the detailed targeting, because the reality is Facebook doesn't even listen to this stuff anyway. It's basically just a suggestion for them to kind of speed up the recommendation process, but they're going to show it to whoever they want to show it to. That's just the fact of it. But I just kind of I give them suggestions and they use that to kind of find my matches sooner. Advantage detailed targeting. This basically says, can we show this to people outside of the people that you have told us that you want to show it to? If we think that it's going to improve your conversion. But again, the reality is that they're going to do it anyways. And this is something to be tested. I just leave it on. You can see if this is going to work right for you. Okay. Any questions on the targeting? Good. Okay. Now the placements, right? Platforms. I almost always uncheck the audience network. I just don't think that there's any value there. Audience network is things outside of Facebook, right? Like they have partners or whatever. I'm not really into that. I just want to show on Facebook and Instagram, and then I'll remove it from certain places off of Facebook. This should definitely be checked. I don't know why that wasn't checked, but I'll remove it from some places on Facebook, like the Explore page, like I don't know. Sometimes I'll remove it some places, but most times I'll just leave it on. Like that should have been checked. I can't believe it wasn't showing in the video feed, but now it is. So yeah, Facebook and Instagram, I'll uncheck the audience network, and that's all I do there. Now let's look at the actual lead itself. Yeah, what's up? I see a question or hand. Tadeo.
Yeah, just curious. So if your ad budget is $800 a day, and I think your reach said it was like 200,000 to 300,000, does that do you have an idea of how much people you reach usually by the monetary value?
Yeah, just because I know my lead cost is. My lead cost is typically around between $6 and $7. So if I know that I spend $600, I get 100 leads. $800, I get 120 leads. If I spend $1,000, I'll probably get whatever that is, 800 leads or whatever that is. It is a math on it, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the more you spend, the ad cost is going to go up a little bit, right? I found that sweet spot really to be in that $500 range per day. I was running $2,000 per day, and my lead cost went up to like $12. So I kind of backed it back down to 500, and now I'm like, it's easier to be profitable when you're at like you'll find a sweet spot too, right? For some of your sweet spots, $100 a day. For some of your sweet spots, $500 a day. It really depends on your business.
So it doesn't mean that just because you spend more, it means you're gonna make more, or like.
That's not a hard fact that I would say that's necessarily true. It very well could be true, and for many of you, that is true because you haven't hit that plateau yet. Gotcha. But once you hit that plateau, $500, $1,000 a day, $2,000 a day, then maybe you might start to have diminishing marginal returns.
Gotcha. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. All right. So let me keep going here. So here is my ad. This is my ad. All right. I have this podcast style because I feel like it fits in nicely into the feed. It looks somewhat like entertainment content. It's got a high quality camera, so somebody just kind of like they're just scrolling and they want to see what I have to say, whatever reason, right? So here's my ad.
I'm telling you, when you launch that first Facebook or Instagram ads campaign, from that moment, your whole life can change, especially if you're a service business like permanent makeup, lawn care, pressure washing, window cleaning, construction companies, Botox clinics, med spas. Facebook ads is a freaking life hack.
Okay, so that's it. This is a 20-second ad, and then I have like 2 seconds of this little banner at the end. The call to action is just sign up. And so if you're going to do videos, you got to do like very short videos, no more than 20 seconds for sure. But you should also do photos, okay? You should also do photos. Like what I found works really well is to have two campaigns, your main campaign and then a retargeting campaign with the photo. So do them both for sure. I'm not doing it right now. I'm probably out of laziness, right? Because I don't have someone to do it for me like a lot of you guys do. Just kidding. But I should probably add a photo ad in there as well for retargeting.
I'm telling you, when you launch that first Facebook.
So the photo ad is going to be for retargeting, and my video ad is going to be for like my cold campaign. Okay. So let's look at this. Let's look at what this is. Here's something that's very important. Whenever you do Facebook ads in general, this is for everybody, whether it's a webinar or it's not. What you should be doing is having 3 different sizes, okay? 3 different sizes, because Facebook uses the different sizes to determine where to show your ad. So you have the square. This is for like in-stream ads, videos and reels, feeds, stories and reels, right? This is like when you're going to Facebook stories, Instagram stories, and reels. This is the vertical. And then we have the Facebook search results. This is like your horizontal stuff. So square, vertical, and horizontal. If you want maximum distribution on the platform, then you want to do all 3 versions. If you only have one to choose, then typically your square is going to be the best, because your square can show up in the square, your square can show up in the vertical, your square can show up in the horizontal. But if you have a horizontal, the horizontal will never show up in the square and in the vertical. You get what I'm saying? The horizontal won't fit in the square very well, or it could, but you don't know how it's going to get topped off. So If you got one video, one size you want to focus on, definitely do the square. But ideally, best chances of success, you want to have 3 versions. I personally am only running a square right now. Yeah. Okay. You can crop them as well. Question.
Oh yeah, real quick.
Yeah. I have a question.
Let's start with Alex.
Yeah. So regarding the dimensions you were talking about, the 3 different sizes, is that just for like content in general, or is that for like when you run ads for the videos?
That's for ads. Yeah, because on content you can only post one kind. You can only post a vertical.
Okay. And then
right.
Got it. And then second question to that is that would you run the same video with the 3 different sizes? Or
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll take my one video and I'll chop it up into 3 different sizes or 3 different dimensions.
And then you'll run
do that
in
the same ad.
Say it again, Alex.
And then you'll run ads on the 3 different videos, which Okay.
Exactly. It's the same
3
ad.
different ads or one ad?
No, the same ad. Like if you look here, in here, it's gonna show you the 3 different the 3 different sizes right here in the same ad. This is one ad, right? But it has the square, vertical, and horizontal. So the same ad is gonna show in different placements using different sizes. That makes sense.
Do you just use Canva and then can select saving it 3 different times? Is there like an option in Canva where you click on iPhone icon?
I mean, that's for images, right? But what I do is I use like my video editor, and then I'll make 3 different versions. I'll make my square version. I'll export it. I'll change the canvas to be like a vertical version, and I'll make sure that everything fits nicely. And then I'll export it. And then I'll do a horizontal version, make sure everything fits nicely, and then I'll export it. But I'll do it all 3 in like my video editor.
And you always make them like the exact same content, basically, or?
If I'm running one ad, I want it to be the same so that I can definitively say, like, this ad gave me this result. Otherwise, I don't know which ad in there gave me the results that I want.
Right.
So I don't want to have 3 different creatives in one ad, typically.
That makes sense. Yeah. And I was wondering, it left me.
Okay.
I just remembered. So I just noticed too at the very end, it seems like you have a still image at the end of your video ads. That you do that like intentionally, right? Like do you have any call to action there or anything, or like?
Yeah. It says here. I believe so. I believe it says. No, it doesn't say. But having something where it says like click below to register is not a bad idea.
Okay, that's cool. I need to add that. If I were to add that, because I got a video ad running right now, would it mess up my learning?
Technically, like the learning curve is so quick these days, man. Like the algorithm is getting much better. If you think that you're gonna have a better performance, just run an A/B test and then see what's gonna work best for you.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. All right. So moving on, the primary text, right? So you need to have a strong hook. And look at my hook. Look what I'm doing here with this hook. Service business owners, here's my promise. ... What is this doing? Anybody have any thoughts on why I did it like this? What do you think?
Yeah, people don't know what's next. What's he promising?
Exactly. So 2 things. Exactly. One is I'm calling out my demographic. Service business owners, right? Hey, that's me. I'm a service business owner. Here's my promise, ... Like, what could this goofball have to promise me? Let me see what this guy has to say, right? Okay, and they're going to click it. They're going to see like what's going to say. Because you want to see what I'm talking about, okay? And then I'm doing like a long form style, all right? Long form, short form, storytelling versions. There's all different kinds of things. The only way to really know what's going to work best is if you test it. And testing, is very important part of the process. I don't test as often as I should, especially if I'm getting good results. I'm not going to waste time on testing, right? Like I'm at about six, like less than $7 per lead. What am I really optimizing for? Am I really going to try to fight and try to save 50 cents a lead or $1 per lead? I don't really care about that. I'm going to make much more money if I focus my time on having a good program, having a higher close ratio, focusing on having a good offer. That's where my time should be spent instead of like worrying about trying to save $1 on an ad, right? Like once my ads are working, I'm not really going to touch them and mess with them that much.
Can you copy that ad and put it in the chat?
Sure. You guys can also go to you guys can just go to my ad library and copy all this stuff.
Ah.
Okay. This is public information on my ad library. All right. So here is my headlines, right? 100% free and live webinar. I like to emphasize that it's free and live because even though it says free a bunch of places, like I get comments, how much is it? Even though this ad right here is very, very clear. It says free like a million times, but I still get comments.
For you,
how much is it?
For you,
yeah.
$97.
Yeah, for you, $98. How about that? Yeah. So, call to action. I like sign up for webinars. It's very like actionable, right? Not learn more. Here's my lead form. Now let's talk about lead form versus landing pages. And I know we're over time, guys, but I'm recording this training for other people, so I'm going to keep on going. You got to drop. Feel free to drop. I'm going to keep going. So here is my lead form for this. And we'll talk about lead form versus landing pages right now as well. So here's my lead form, okay? I can scroll down here and show you. Here's my lead form. Free live webinar, paid ad secrets, RSVP now. Going down this Thursday, the highest value skill you can learn in 2024. Well, that's got to get updated. Okay. We got to update that. All right, cool. Shoot. So then I ask one question because I don't want the accidental submissions. I don't want that fluff, right? Because we're going to be calling these leads. We're going to be following up with these leads actively. So I want at least to weed out the people that accidentally submitted. I don't want to talk to those people. So I'm going to make you jump through some kind of hoop, take some kind of friction in order to submit your lead form instead of just giving your name and email, right? So are you able to attend the live online event on Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern time? I like to always put multiple time zones, okay? Instead of just putting 4 p.m. Pacific time, I like to include, make it very clear it's 4 p.m. or 7 p.m. depending on what coast you're on. Yes, I would miss it. I'll try, but I'm not sure. Okay. If you want to add more qualifying questions in here, you can. Just know the more friction you add into the lead flow process, the less leads you will get. However, the higher quality the leads tend to be. But given that this is a webinar, and for the most part, we aren't relying on having to call these people, it's okay to have a lower friction to get them onto the webinar. Okay. That's it. Next page, name, email, phone number. Email, name, phone number. That's it. Now look, here's a trick that I have, okay? Kick. Oh, wow. I'm finding all kinds of little gems in here. Okay, so here, Facebook wants you to say okay, tell them how you'll use their information. So if I were to create a new lead form, okay, and I come to right here, the questions part, it's going to tell me, description. Let people know how the information they give you will be used or shared. I honestly just say click continue because from the user's perspective, I want to maintain control as much as possible. I'm going to tell them exactly what to do whenever possible. So click continue, just click continue because these are all pre-filled already. You don't have to actually type anything. These are all pre-filled. The email, name, and phone number are already going to be here. So I don't want them to get caught up. Just click continue. Hurry up. Get to go. I just tell them what to do right there. They click continue. This is the privacy policy. Okay, everyone has to have one. Next, and they submit it. Now, this is where some of the magic happens. Oops, it's mute.
In the yard, look around the yard.
Mute there. All right. So this is where some of the magic happens. Okay. I see this so often, and this goes for all types of ads for every type of business. Use your thank you page wisely. If you're running ads, you're going to send people to fill out your information. And then when they submit, you're just going to say, thank you, bye-bye, which makes no sense because you have somebody that's in momentum. You have somebody that has taken actions. So give them an option to take more action. Don't let them stop right there. If you just send them to a thank you page, thank you, it's like sending traffic to a brick wall. And what we want to do is send them to a place where there's a door or a hallway where they can walk through and take the next steps in the process. So what I do here is I offer a low ticket upsell. Very, very important for you guys to at least have this in your system. The reason why is because it's literally free money. It's literally free money, okay? Because it did not decrease your conversion rate at all because they already converted, they already submitted. But now they have the opportunity to buy something for $27, right? So wait, almost done. You are registered for the free live event on Thursday. Special offer. P.S. If you are excited to start now, you can check out my $27 Meta Ads program below. In this program, I break down step-by-step the exact method to launch your ads. And then people click here. Okay, let me see if I can pull it up, what that looks like. 27.
Yeah, that's a landing page, right?
Yes, exactly. 1 second. Yes, this is the landing page. Shoot, one quick second. Hang on 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Patty, do you have the key to the rental? Yeah, the one from. Yeah. Can you go find it, please? Okay. Yes, low ticket upsells. So sorry for the delay. Low ticket upsells. Okay, here's what this looks like. Have you guys seen this? So this is what the low ticket upsell looks like. In fact, there's a better version someplace that says like, congratulations, you're registered. My other version says like, congratulations, you've registered. And then it's like, get $97 off. Okay, $27. Here's everything you get with this lead generator accelerator program, blah, 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 $27, right? Boom. And I just give them access to my community. Yeah. 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 Can you take my phone? You can talk to him. Can you call him right now? Yeah. Call him and tell you you're on the way. Okay. So $27, right? And this is basically free money because it's going to make me some money back that I'm spending on ads. If I spend $1,000 on ads and I get 10 people to buy this, that's $270. So instead of me spending $1,000, now I've only spent whatever the math is on that, right? 630. Okay, 730, whatever it is. So this is a great thing for you to do, a low ticket upsell. Okay. Now, where was I? Back to the ads. So this is important. Okay. Now let's take a second to talk about lead forms versus landing pages. Now, lead forms have their benefit, they have their place. Landing pages have their benefit, they have their place as well. Okay, lead forms, benefits, more leads, cheaper leads, easier setup. You don't gotta worry about hiring a web developer, right? Free to make, free to set up. Benefits, it's convenient, easy, fast, low cost leads. Disadvantages for lead forms. There's low intent because it's so easy to submit the lead form. There's no pre-framing happening, which means they're not seeing, they're not seeing authoritative photos of you with your awards, with your, you speaking. There's no pre-framing happening. Like you get limited to the experience that they have, right? Like this is all they see. This is all they see. Like, so there's no opportunity for you to show them a bunch of cool stuff or cool photos and testimonials, all this cool stuff. All they see is this. Okay. So the intent is lower. And also you don't have the opportunity to pre-frame them or show them kind of what you're capable of. Okay. Landing pages, on the other hand, here's the landing page that I was using for a while. Okay. I was using this for a long time. So what I have down here is a video of me speaking live. Okay. I have testimonials. I have an image of me. I have a nice big headline. We have the dates. Okay. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on here. I could really just pre-frame this better. I get to indoctrinate them. I get to show them how cool it would be to work with me. I get to give them an idea of my personality. So all this cool stuff that you can't really do with a lead form. But now I have to come in here and I have to actually fill this out, my name, email, and phone number manually with my fingers, right? Type everything in. Okay. And click, and then I got to click RSVP. So if somebody fills out a lead form like this, the quality is going to be significantly higher because they've been indoctrinated and because they simply had to go through more hoops in order to submit their lead form. Okay? The cost is going to be higher as well. There's typically going to be a relationship between cost and price. You can get a bunch of really low cost leads, but if they're all shit, who cares? Right? But you can get high quality leads, but if you convert every single one of them, the only thing that actually matters is cost per acquisition, right? So are lead forms or landing pages better? I don't know. There's no answer to that. I'm actually going to be running an experiment again this week to see the difference in the lead cost between the both. And I'm going to be sharing them with my mastermind group. So if you guys are in my mastermind group, you can look forward to that. If you're not in a mastermind group, you probably should be. That's okay. Let's talk about that later. But here's the thing that actually matters. Okay, cost per registration is important, but what we really want to see is profit per registration, right? Cost per registrant and revenue per registrant, and what the difference between that is. Okay, these are the main things we're going to look at. So yes, that is the differences between a lead form and a landing page. Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. I want to show one last thing about the automations of what happens when they submit their lead form. But before I get into that, any more questions on the actual ad themselves? Ad itself. Yeah, go ahead and speak out.
Besides the explore page, is there anywhere else that you don't show the ad on?
I used to get picky about it, but I don't really care anymore. I'll do it all Facebook and all Instagram.
Just all Facebook and all Instagram. Okay.
Yeah. You could. I used to take the explore page out, but honestly, it's I see ads in explore page. At the very least, it helps to keep them front of mind. Are they going to convert? I don't know, but it's one of those more touch points. So I'm not sure whether or not that's going to hurt or help my conversions. I just leave it in there for now. If I'm not confident about something, then I'm just going to kind of leave it default. I'm not just going to guess. So I wish I put it back in. I used to take them out, but I leave them in there now. I do all Facebook and all Instagram.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And for the thank you page, do you have any recommendation on how to come up with a low ticket product? For example, if I'm a web developer, what could I sell for $27?
Yeah, here's the trick to that. Whatever you give away, it's supposed to hurt. You're supposed to give so much away that it's going to hurt you to give that much away. It's supposed to hurt your soul a little bit. You're like, damn, give away all this stuff for just $27, okay? Because if that thing is really, really good, then they're going to buy your real shit. Okay. We're not in this to make $27, but they should feel so compelled to buy that $27 thing because that's going to really help to decrease your ad cost, which is fun. I love these $27 sales. They're so much fun. It's free money. Okay. Yeah. So for you, what could it be? I don't know. I got to think about it. But so some kind of online training, some kind of checklist, some kind of audit, some kind of something tangible that they can use, some kind of PDF, some kind of something. Okay, it could even be a one-on-one call with you or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I would not do ads though, waiting for that.
Not do what?
I wouldn't not run ads waiting for your $27 offer.
That's true.
Make your ads and you can add that later.
Exactly. This is a bonus. This is like icing on the cake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Alex, what's up? Alex, you got a question? Okay, Eric, what's up?
So quick question. Are you doing retargeting in the same campaign?
I am not. I rarely ever do retargeting. If I do, I'll do like an image ad, have something different. Retargeting kind of happens naturally in the Meta platform these days. And I just haven't really, I don't know. I just don't do it. I'm not saying you shouldn't or that doesn't work. I just don't do it. It's like more work, and I haven't seen that the lead cost is significantly lower. So I just don't do it. Personally, some people do it, have great results, which is fine. Any last questions on the ads before I move into the automations for this? Good. Okay. Check this out. Here's what happens. What I'm going to share right now is the snapshot that my webinar mastermind clients received. Okay. So if you join my webinar program where I help you create webinars, then you receive this snapshot, and here's kind of what it looks like. Okay. So when the lead first comes in, this is what happens. So the triggers are here, right? This is what I was talking about. Like you have the right triggers with the messenger. Like this is for Facebook forum, but I also got to add one for the messenger as well, which is what Matt Phillips was talking about. Okay, what happens? I get a notification. Hey, you got a new lead. Actually, my appointment center gets the notification. I don't get it anymore. And then create or update a new opportunity. Right? I'm updating. I want them to be in the pipeline. Hey, you got a new lead, right? Now, so that way we can call them and remind them. Then I tag them with a webinar register tag. I update their contact field with which webinar did they attend, which is a custom value, right? So it's a custom value webinar date. And I update this custom value and I just update it so I can always filter and see which webinar this person registered for. And then I text them. Hey, John, it's Alistair. Thanks for registering for a paid ad secrets webinar live online event. This event starts this Thursday in big caps, 4 p.m. or 7 p.m. Eastern time. Click to add to calendar. This is important, guys. This is very important. This is a hack I don't see a lot of people doing. But I'm sending you a calendar invite link. I'm sending you a calendar invite link. And my biggest call to action is to get you to click accept on that calendar invite link. And I haven't really seen too many people doing this. This is why it's important that I wanted to just impress upon this. Webinar calendar link. Let me show you what this looks like in my calendar, okay? So here it is on my calendar, all right? Paid ad secrets. Okay, I launched my ads probably like an hour ago, and I got like one person to do it. But like if I went to last week, for example, okay, last week we got 33 guests that accepted. We ended up having like 47 total attendees because not everybody is going to actually accept it, right? Some people are going to show up without accepting it. But we got 33 guests accept the invite. And in here is all the information. Here's the webinar Zoom link. Here's the time and date, right? I could even put more information here. I probably should. But this calendar link is what helps to get people to actually show up. And so my main call to action for the most part is getting them to add to calendar. Because if I can do that, then look, let me show you this other little hack here. Look at this. Okay, so now they accepted this. What I have to do is this one doesn't have it, but I'm going to do it right now. I can add notifications. Look at this. Okay, so I'm going to add a notification for 1 hour prior. Okay, and then 10 minutes prior. Boom. Now everybody that's on this invitation, they're going to get hit up with notifications in their email, and if they have the Google Calendar app, then they're also going to get it on their app as well. Isn't that cool? So back to here. So again, this is about how do I get them to show up. Yeah, Matt, did you have a question?
Yeah. Do you give another link for some of them is Google Calendar, but I've seen some people provide a separate link for iCal or Outlook. Yeah,
this is actually probably just a little bit of laziness. I think the right way to do it is to add it for all the different. You have to make an event for all the different calendars. That's probably not a bad idea.
And are you grabbing it from Zoom, or you're literally just sharing that this is the event in Google and you're sharing it from there?
I'm sharing the event from Google because they're going to get the Google Zoom link later. Okay. I don't really want them to touch that Zoom link right now. So what I'm doing is I'm coming here to create the event and I do invite via link. And then I just copy this link.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I can paste it as a custom value. And now it's going to show up in all my emails and text messages that I send out.
Yeah. Does it work for someone if they're not using Google, or you don't know? I don't know.
Good question. Yes, I believe it will work.
Maybe it's fine just to that would be ideal, just to have a link that people could click and it doesn't matter what their calendar is.
I'm pretty sure it works, but there's limited functionality. Like, for example, it's not going to show up. They're not going to show up in their calendar. You're not get the push notification, but it'll probably still send them reminders to their email, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I think if they have it integrated with their iPhone, I believe, like if you have your Google account integrated with your iPhone, maybe it shows up there, stuff like that. But I could have more. I also don't know if I want to like busy this thing up with too much stuff here. Like
I was thinking, it's nice to just have one button. They're like, I don't know which calendar I have. I'm almost favoring just doing what you're doing. And if they don't have Google Calendar, who wants to work with them anyway?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like who has Outlook anyways? I mean, let's be real here. I'm just kidding. I know some people are Microsoft fans.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Limited spots are available. You must confirm. Oops, am I sharing this? No. These are limited spots available. To confirm your registration, you must confirm. Reply yes to confirm your spot for the live online event. All right. See you at the top. Reply yes to confirm. Like, obviously, guys, I'm not gonna like kick them out if they don't confirm the webinar, right? But what this is about is I want to get into exchange with these people. I need to get their participation, because if I'm just talking at them, then it's just going to be like, I need to get them involved. I need to get their buy-in. I need to get them skin in the game. So any way that I can do that, right? There's a lot of different things you could do. Like I've considered, send me a message, send me a DM on Instagram, and I'll send you a free gift, right? I used to do that. But then it just kind of became like work for me. I didn't want to do more work. So, but like if you're trying to grow your Instagram following and having somebody following you on Instagram is a great way to improve trust also, because, they go to your Instagram page, you're talking about this, you're living this life, you're giving them tips, you're giving them value. They relate to you, like you're lifting weights, like I lift weights, I do jujitsu, all this different stuff. So when they see me, they're like, oh, I like that guy. He's a nice guy. Seems like a personable guy. Like doesn't seem like some a-hole. I kind of relate to this person. So maybe they'll be more likely to actually, take me up on my offer because they see that I'm like a real person. And so it makes me feel more human and kind of, so maybe they'll give them a follow me on Instagram. Like I do different stuff. But for right now, I'm just doing reply yes to confirm. And email, very similar thing. I got to add this from name and email in there. I'm glad I'm doing this with you guys. I should be paying you guys. Okay, I'm gonna save this here. Oh, you know what? Oh, never mind. This isn't mine. This is the sample I'm providing to people. That's why. Okay, never mind. This is fine. Okay, you're in paid ad secrets. Webinar important info. Contact. Congratulations. Time and date. Add to calendar. Here's a webinar link. What you'll learn. Bonus for attendees. Set a reminder. Bring your own questions. Join from a computer. I want them to join from a computer. Because, I want them to sit down in front of a computer and take me seriously, not like be on, like, if you know they're on their phone, they're not going to be paying attention, right? I'd love for you to be on your computer. So I'm always encouraging people to be on their computer because I know I'm going to have more buy-in. Just like I wouldn't take a sales call from someone on their phone, right? That's just a waste of my time. They're not serious. I want you to be sitting down in front of a computer, talking to me like a grown adult, right? It's the same kind of demeanor when I do my webinars. And I have this email here. My email deliverability is something I'm working on, but hardly anybody replies to this. Please reply to this email with what kind of business you have. I read every reply. Your response will help me tailor the presentation to your business, right? How can I get into the exchange with these people back and forth? Okay. Then I'm waiting for the contact reply. If they don't reply in like 20 minutes, I'm going to remind them, hey, is this John? You haven't confirmed yet for the webinar Thursday at 4 p.m. If you'd like to attend, reply yes, and I'll save your spot. If you're serious about this, I need you to be involved. Otherwise, like that's just the attitude I want to get off, right? If you're serious about this, if you actually want to learn, you actually want to be here, like I need you to reply yes if you want to come. Like that's the energy I'm trying to give off because this is serious. In reality, this is very serious. If you show up and you take it seriously, there's information here that can change your life. And that's just facts. Because obviously you don't know anything about Facebook ads. You need help with your business. You help growing on the marketing your business. And so if you don't take this seriously, you're not going to grow. You're not going to reach your goal. Like this, I take it seriously. That's my mentality. So I want that to come off a little bit personally. Again, you guys can have your own flair, your own personality, your own twist to it. So if they do reply, yes, then I said, let's go. See you Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Add to your calendar, right? Boom. Don't forget, add to your calendar. Then I'll tag them with confirmed. And then I send them to my reminder flow workflow. And this is how I get them to actually show up. Okay. And reminder flow. And again, if you're my mastermind for webinars, you already have access to this. Or also if you purchase my webinar kit, then you have this as well. And the other thing to remember is that there's a little documentation, okay? This is the documentation. It's in both of these workflows. It tells you like update text message, create custom link, update the voice message, update the contact internal notification, right? It tells you step by step exactly what to do. All right. So there is some setup involved for the first time. So if they join before Wednesday, I broke this into 3 main parts. Before Wednesday, joined Wednesday, and joined Thursday. So the reason why is because I'm doing my webinar on Thursday. If they join before Wednesday, it's like, so if they join Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, it's like, hey, it's Thursday, it's Thursday, it's Thursday, it's Thursday. If they join on Wednesday, like right here on Wednesday, then the messaging is like, it's tomorrow, it's tomorrow, it's tomorrow, it's tomorrow. If they join Thursday, it's tonight, it's tonight, it's tonight, right? So that's why we have to break it up like that. But other than that, it doesn't necessarily matter when they join, but these are the 3 times when it's different. And so I kind of just like drip different stuff on them, emails, text messages. And then Thursday, that's the date where we kind of go a little heavier, right? It's like I send them this text message. It's tonight. And here's my promise to you. If you show up, take this webinar seriously, this 1-hour session could completely change your business and your life. Facts. Tonight, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, add to calendar. By the way, John, can you please tell me what business you have? This will help me tailor the presentation to you. P.S. The read every message. And this one, I get a really good response rate on. And again, this is going to help me get into exchange. I have a floor care business. I have a pressure washing business. I have this business. They're like, awesome, man. How long have you been doing that for? Like, what's your goal this year? I'm going to get into exchange with them. Now we're having a conversation. That's what's going to get them to show up. Okay. Doing the manual shit that nobody wants to do. And by the way, I call all my registrants, and I can get into that in a second. We're kind of like morphed from talking about ads to talking about how to get the people to show up, which is totally fine. They're both technically the same goal, right? So 1 hour before, text message, 1 hour remaining, right? Join from a computer for best experience. I also sent the link to your email. P.S. You won't believe what Kim had to say about the training. I sent a little, YouTube video here of like a testimonial that I have. That's an old one. I should probably update that. But so I'm sending them I'm indoctrinating them, getting them excited, edifying the process, edifying myself, edifying Facebook ads. Email, 1 hour remainder, right? 3:45 p.m., 15-minute countdown, 15-minute countdown email, 15-minute countdown text message. And then at 4 p.m., at the time, I send the voicemail drop. Voicemail drop says, hey, guess what? You signed up for that webinar and we're live right now. Hop in. Join right now. I sent the link to your email and to your text message. Click, join. I can't wait to start. It's going to be so exciting. Okay? Paid ad secrets. Text message. Join now. Join now. Say hi in the chat room. We're starting right now. I also sent the link to your email. Okay. And then the voicemail is very important. Thing to note is that if you do these voicemail drops, again, if you're not familiar with what this is, this sends a voicemail directly to the person. Okay. Drops it to their voicemail. But it also kind of shows up as a missed call for that person. So you're going to get like a dozen missed calls. They're going to call you right back, basically. You're going to get a bunch of people calling you back. You're like, what the heck is this? It's because of the voicemail drop. Okay. And then that's at 4. But then I wait till 4:05 p.m. and I give them one last one. Last chance. It's not too late, but you need to join now. Join and say hi in the chat when you're in. See you in a minute. Link also sent to your email. Okay. And then I wait 2 hours because that's about how long the webinar takes. And then I send them to my follow-up reminder flow. Okay. Which is like your post-webinar stuff to get them to actually purchase after the webinar is purchased. Okay. And that's pretty much it. One last thing I want to show you is we are calling all of our registrants. Okay. New registrations as you run ads, they're all going to show up here. We're going to have 100 people right here, and I have to call all of them. Hey, Michael, this is Alistair with A-List Media. I got your registration for our webinar on Thursday. Did you get the link? Yes. In fact, I have a whole script for it, right? Like I have an actual script for it. Maybe I can find it real quick and just kind of run through it. I'll just show it to you guys real quick. Webinar reminder script. Webinar method. Webinar reminder script. Webinar confirmation script. Okay. So what's the purpose? We want to give people on the webinar, increase show rates, pre-frame the sale at the event. Hey, John, or hey, Michael. I keep using John's name. We have a couple of Johns here. My bad. Hey, Michael. Hey, this is Alistair with Alistair's team, right? Hopefully you have somebody doing it for you. If not, it's you. How's it going today? I saw that you registered for our Facebook ads webinar tomorrow at 4 p.m. PST. Do I have the right person? Yeah, that was me. Awesome. This is just a courtesy call to make sure you receive the confirmation email to be able to get in. Did you get that okay? Yes, I got it. Great. What I want you to do, make sure you accept that invite and you can see all the information is in there. We're trying to get a good head count. Do you think like do you feel like you're going to be able to attend the event? Yeah, I should be able to get it. Perfect, cool. Now they told me they're going to show up, right? Now they're going to feel guilty like a liar if they don't show up, all right? So now I'm going to do a little bit of fact finding. I'm not just going to end the call there. I'm going to do a little bit of fact finding because again, I want to disrupt their pattern. They're busy. They got things going on. They're probably like a zombie talking to me. You know, they got kids, they got dogs, they got dinner, they got whatever. So I want to interrupt whatever they're doing so they can focus on me. The only way I can get them to focus on me is by asking them questions that they have to think about to answer. Do you already have a business or are you looking to start one? Nice. What kind of business do you have? What kind of business do you want to start? Awesome. Now I'm going to confirm their decision to learn marketing and Facebook ads. Awesome. Man, I'll tell you what, Facebook ads is one of the greatest ways to get off the ground and start generating leads really, really quickly. You know, are you currently advertising? All this different stuff. We're going to start talking a little bit. Awesome. Well, I won't take up too much of your time. The name of the event is the Paid Ad Secrets. Alistair, who's a 7-figure entrepreneur, I will walk you through how to launch and scale profitable ad campaigns. Do you have any questions for me? Great. Well, you'll receive reminder messages right when the webinar starts at 4 p.m. So make sure you sign on right at 4 so you don't miss the beginning. It's going to be a great event, edifying, building it up, building excitement, getting them to remember it, making sure they got the link. This is how you get people to show up. Doing that unscalable stuff that nobody wants to do, that everyone wants to use AI, everyone wants to use automation, right? Nobody wants to pick up the phone and do the shit that actually makes a difference, which is talking to people. I'll close with this before we go into any kind of questions. The reason why we're advertising, the only reason why this works is because we're using ads to build relationships. You're using ads to build genuine human connections with people. And when you do that, then you can figure out what problems they have and you can figure out how to solve their problems. But you have to genuinely understand that we are creating connections and we are building relationships. And the ads is how we do that. Okay. And if you have that mentality and you have a mentality of you want to serve people and you want to do right by people, then you'll be just fine. That's it.